Hi guys, Roy here at Predator Games. Happy New Year. I know it's been a while. I've been off a bit though. Needed a break, yeah. So I thought I'd come back today with a review of a game that was released earlier last year. You know, we're always a bit late with this type of thing. But I played this one over the New Year period because I'm a sad person who doesn't go out pubbing and that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, I'll tell you about it. So today I'm going to tell you about It Takes Two. It's a two-player game only, so you can do it couch co-op, which is always best. That's what I did with me and my mate, online obviously. It's developed by Hazelight Studios, who originally, their first game was out just a few years ago. I think I can't remember the exact date. Another two-player only game called A Way Out, which is a great game. I highly recommend that one. It's brilliant. Yeah, the one of the guys involved in it is I'm probably going to say his name wrong. It's Joseph Fares or Fares. I'm not sure. He likes multiplayer games. Obviously, he was involved with a game called Two Brothers as well, which I think was originally not released as a two-player, has two characters in it, and they've done a patch for it now, so you can do it as two-player. So tell me if I'm wrong. I don't care. Yeah. It Takes Two. It won, surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, the Game of the Year at the Game Awards in 2021, late last year. It's very story driven. It's about a couple called Cody and May who are going through very bad times in their relationship. They've got a little girl called Rose. They're considering divorce. They're not happy anymore. It happens. Hey ho, yeah. Obviously, they've not told Rose about this. She's quite young, but being a child, she's very perceptive and she knows something's going on. And one day she finds a book and she cries on it and she wants her mum and dad to stay together and stuff, and then her mum and dad wake up and they're in the bodies of two dolls that she has, and basically it's you two as the dolls trying to get back into human form. The gameplay, there's so many different styles of stuff. There's a lot of borrowing from other games. I mean, just to say, there is, just as an example, there's a blatant copy of Mario Kart, as in the horrific Rainbow Road, one of my least favourite tracks. There is a track on there where they're not actually in a car, they're both sliding down it, and Cody makes a reference to Mario. He sort of says Mamma Mia or something like that. It's quite funny. Yeah, it's a fab little game. It's obviously co-op is huge in it. There's loads of different styles of gameplay. You've got racing, you've got shooting, you've got fighting. There's a section which is a whole level's like a top-down dungeon crawler. It all works incredibly well. It can be a little bit frustrating with the controls sometimes because they change quite a lot, because obviously there's different styles of gameplay. There's a part where you're flying around with rockets. There's a swimming part, and I'm not a fan of swimming in games. I always find it quite frustrating. Yeah, but it manages to, like, it. You can forgive its little faults just because it is incredibly charming. I'm not going to put any spoilers, obviously, but I thought the ending was fantastic, and yeah, a bit of surprise and not what I expected, which is probably a massive spoiler, but hey ho. Graphics are great, the voice acting's great in it. It's out on PS4 and Xbox One. We've got it in at the moment, second hand. You can do a free PS5 upgrade. To be honest, it might just be my telly, but I don't know how the PS5 version was different to the PS4, because it didn't really use the triggers or anything like that, in a special way. But don't let that put you off. It's a huge heap of fun. I highly recommend it. I was speaking to my friend about this, and we were like, "Game of the year? Is it Game of the year?" And I don't know about that. It's a difficult one because I mean it must be hard picking a Game of the year anyway. But it was a nice surprise. The kind of a smaller game. I know it's like not a teeny tiny game or anything like that. It's got great production values. It's published by EA and all that lot. But just sort of a game that might have slipped under the radar of people won Game of the Year is a great thing, and I hope it sells a lot more, although I think it's sold loads anyway. Yeah, it's brilliant. So I can't show you any gameplay because it is 2-player only and I'm on my own in the shop. So it won't actually go into the game. So I've just set this up. I know it's not great, but that's a bit of the gameplay. Won't bother with that. I've been talking for 6 minutes anyway. Score, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's as I say, it's not perfect, but it's got a great charm. It's I think it thinks it's funnier than it is because it's not hilarious. There are some little bits that'll make you chuckle a little bit, and the book character in it, who is kind of trying to get Cody and May back together and giving them counselling sessions and stuff, can be a bit irritating. Yeah, but he's not in it all the time, fortunately. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Highly recommend it. We've got it in stock now on PS4 and Xbox One. Thank you for listening, and I hope we see you again soon. Cheers. Bye.